Amazon. Show starts by making me immediately stare directly into the sun. Animated or not, I started watching this with all the lights off in the room, and now I need new retinas.
Superhuman evasion training. I'm supposed to learn to tuck and roll away from a guy who can shoot lasers from his eyes, or control minds, or kick a goddamn school bus to the moon?
In an alternate reality where White House guards need to be prepared to deal with superhuman combatants, the simple concept of closing the gate between vehicles seems to have gotten past these two, along with anyone who has a fake ID, or a Dunkin' Donuts Perks card for that matter.
Are you gonna be gone the whole time? All friggin' week?
2. All of Matt's spring break.
Who gets 2 weeks of spring break? And if there's a school that does, I hate you, and I'll send you anyways.
The boy is obsessed with the Beatles.
Being obsessed with the Beatles anytime after 1991.
He stared down his demons and he...
Why don't I just make some hot cocoa to cheer up my sweet boy?
This is supposed to be condescending, but hot cocoa is delicious, and Steve doesn't make him follow through with this promise.
We were supposed to be inside. I should have never trusted the flawed calculations of a clone.
Clone shaming. Also, this Smurfs reboot went a little too gritty for my taste.
Refreshing. Kind of tickles.
And it's wasteful. They've been pelting them with zero effect for 30 seconds now, so why keep going? Your tax dollars at work, am I right?
Huh?
This John Hamm cameo has been right there watching how bullets don't hurt them, and he still takes a shot? Kind of feel he deserves whatever comes his way at this point. I would give this a sin for War Woman and the Immortal both doing 3-point landings, but Martian Man essentially does a 1-point landing, so I'll take one back. So that's the 2, and then you subtract the 1, and then, you know what? Forget it. I hate math. Just add a sin. Cool. We've got Fish Guy, Stretchy Groot, discounts Wonder Woman, Batman, Wolverine, and Flash, and Chroma Key set intern? Also, superhero posing instead of immediately getting to work. Did you come here to fight or audition for Legendary?
I wouldn't normally move so fast, but...
Hiring Michael Cudlitz to do a Russian accent. And I love Michael Cudlitz, but based on the fact that Stephen Yun, Lauren Cohan, Lenny James, Chad L. Coleman, and Sonequa Martin Green are also in this show, feels like there was a Walking Dead cast quota that had to be met. Mauler Twin thinks punching through this wall would be easier than punching through this window right around the corner.
You're welcome.
Sassing those who are no longer present.
We can take it from here. Too dangerous for you.
Throwing someone straight up into the air is not the same as getting them to safety. This is pretty much like getting thrown out of a 12-story window because the building is on fire. Sure, Omni-Man catches them, but nowhere was this scheme agreed upon prior to the Immortal tossing them like clay targets at a skeet shooting range.
I had him.
But I wanted him to think he was going to fall to his death because that's how I have fun.
Evacuation complete. Now we can cut loose and focus on taking these brutes down.
According to my interpretation of Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad, the Guardians of the Globe may just as well fall into the category of brutes with the Mauler twins. I purport that War Woman's evocation of the Guardians will in this instance fall short of addressing the underlying moral and ethical questions one must ask regarding the use of superhuman force in the battle against the ever-present and would-be forces of evil. Also, she said evacuation. This Teamwork Makes the Dream Work segment of the Guardians of the Globe handling the steroid-enhanced Blue Man group might be inspiring, but it makes no sense. First, Green Ghost drops them into pavement they've already shown they're stronger than, at which point Martian Bland Hunter wraps them up for containment so Flash Borden can land a few non-effective punches. Then they let him go. Why? Apparently so Fish Dude can free them and also maybe soak them with water? At which point Bruce Plane can drop a couple bombs on them and She-Ra can pool host them on top of each other, which I guess ends the battle. This is such a stupid game plan. I'm giving the show 15 sins just for insulting our intelligence.
I used to change your diapers, kid. There's nothing going on down there I haven't seen before.
The often overused "I'm your mom and I've seen your genitals" cliche. That being said, she's not nearly concerned enough that her son's reading something called Seance Dog. If my mom caught me reading Seance anything, that would definitely be grounds for a discussion at least. And yes, I know the Science Dog reference, but your reference doesn't outweigh my sheltered childhood, damn it.
You should be overjoyed to see your parents passionately expressing their love for each other.
No, he shouldn't, and nor should he have to. I don't know the story behind why the high school is called Reginaldville Johnson, and I don't care. I just know it's awesome. Long live Carl.
I can't believe the Guardians of the Globe let them get that close to killing the president.
William would be invincible at TVSins. What kind of schedule is this? Mark has 3 free periods every day and apparently no classes on Friday? Even in this reality, the school system sucks.
You're such an Omni-maniac. Way to root for the underdog. Big fan of the Yankees, are you?
William thinks a superhero with a high success rate isn't cool. I don't even watch baseball, but if every time the Yankees won a game it prevented a catastrophic loss of life, I'd probably root for them as well.
Quit playing games. I know you're crazy about me.
Vanity. No man has ever run away this fast after being kicked in the balls. Oh, you want to run away, but nature dictates that you must cower in the fetal position for a while first.
Millions of miles from here, out in deep space, is the planet Viltrum.
Expositional fathering. Exposition?
That's when I met your mother.
The dialogue suggests that this scene is depicting Omni-Man saving Debbie, but it looks more like he's threatening to drop a car on her. Also, show should get credit for not making us wait over 200 episodes to meet the mother just to have her die 30 minutes later. But you made me think of all that bullshit, so I'm gonna send you anyways. Canada t-shirts that say Canada on them instead of how do you like my t-shirt, you hoser? Is not getting cold a superpower because Mark is flying shirtless and shoeless this far up in the atmosphere. And well, his nipples should be at attention and ready to cut some glass is all I'm saying. No one hears this or even mentions the damage the next day.
You're much better off if you relax that muscle from time to time. Use the momentum you're building to carry you forward.
These flying lessons go on for all the some time. Couldn't this have just been a montage with a Survivor song playing over it?
You know, you spend your whole life trying not to pee your pants. So letting go, peeing your pants on purpose, it's next to impossible.
It is not. Or, I mean, so I've heard.
Are you questioning me?
It seems like a pretty aggressive turn for Omni-Man to go from loving to abusive in like 20 minutes, but foreshadowing has to foreshadow, I guess. Titan's superpower appears to be an easily defeated candy coating.
Can't blame a guy for trying to move unsold merchandise.
True, but you can call bullshit on this guy having an already tailored suit that fits Mark perfectly.
Sorry about the yard.
How does no one in this neighborhood know that the Grayson house has superheroes? Omni-Man just takes off from the roof at any given time, and Mark makes human-sized gopher holes in the backyard.
I love my boring, powerless, everyday run-of-the-mill mom.
And I love my asshole son.
The Mother's Day conversation I had with my mom somehow makes it into this episode. Even if this ball could have found the perfect momentum to not escape orbit and somehow avoid any high terrain, at this speed it would have completely disintegrated from the friction. Also, this is an incredibly negligent game of catch. Everything else, aside from the fact that Omni-Man is encouraging this, makes his turn to villainy not so surprising.
You actually are invincible.
Roll commercials, or since I guess this is streaming, roll next thing the algorithm picks for you so you can't escape the sweet, sweet embrace of never-ending content. Flows right off the tongue, huh? Rolling the credits here is confusing. There's like a whole 10 minutes left, so is this a 37-minute long cold open or a 10-minute mid-credit scene? Either way, I'm excited to see what the next 10 minutes hold so I can finish this thing off with all the good feelings completely intact.
Denver is toast, immortal!
Show never explains why a villain who thinks a biplane would provide the best thrust-to-weight ratio for a jetpack has such a serious vendetta against Denver.
Oh man, take me with you!
Kids.
No, Nikki. You know Guardian's business is too dangerous for human children.
It's also dangerous to leave children hanging around abandoned buildings like this one. Does Green Ghost keep that pill in her pocket? That seems like an item that is too important for a pocket designation.
Darkwing.
He may be the hero this city deserves, but he's not the Mallard we want right now. This mountain looks remarkably similar to the one Invincible threw the baseball through. A little too similar. Well, this interesting turn of events is pretty cool, and I love this shot of Red Rush fighting so hard he breaks his own hands while punching Omni-Man. This all occurs in the last 5 minutes. The rest of this episode was pretty by the book, but not in a way that made these characters endearing enough for me to even lament their loss. Also, this last 5 minutes has more dismemberment than an entire Saw film. Might have to watch Spiral after this for a palate cleanser.
Why? Why?
Because modern television is addicted to cliffhangers, that's why.
You ain't cool unless you pee your pants.
Sinners, go vouse to our newest domain of nitpick delights and behold commercial sins. Oh, and subscribe immediately. So the order goes click, sub, simple as that. Oh, actually watch the video. Jesus, I guess I need to make a flowchart. Commercial sins, go now.
You're not even gonna be here, are you?
Not even supposed to be here today.
It starts with one of you, then.
Principal Wiggins barfed on the lumberjack that was sitting next to him. Mayor Grundy barfed on his wife's tits.
This is going to be a little awkward for both of us.
You see, there's a certain thing that happens between normal, healthy people. It's called chemistry.
It's kind of like peeing your pants on purpose.
What?
If peeing your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis.
Hit me.
What?
Hey, Joey, did I not tell you just to do it? Now I'm telling you, you gotta do it.
I ain't hitting you.
Hey, I'm your little brother, Joey. I'm telling you something.
I know what you said. I ain't doing it.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Batman. Okay, you're an animal. Yes, there we go. You're a tiger. You're Tony the Tiger. You're great.
Darkwing.
Mystery, check me out right.